Okay, I think my computer's frozen, so I don't know if I'm live. Okay, I am. What's up? Zach, Dan, Herman, good morning. I'm not sure how long you could see me just waiting for my computer to unfreeze. A little late this morning. Awesome hobby roundtable last night. I indulged and we stayed up. Usually I'm in bed by 10. So it was like 11:15 when I finally had to log off. So late night for me. So I just kind of slept in this morning and was a bum. Have to throw on my Badgers hoodie today, taking on the number one seed Baylor Bears. Wisconsin made a Final Four run as I think an 8 or 9 seed, like what 20 years ago. So so maybe they can pull off the upset against Baylor. Probably not, but you never know. It's March Madness. So last night during the hobby roundtable, my dog went crazy at one point. So I knew someone was at the door, and I am expecting a couple packages. What came, I was not expecting. It was my Project 70 cards. Now I ordered the 3 card bundle, Conseco and Mattingly, and of course, this is why I ordered it. Ernie Banks from Quicks. So very cool. This is my first Project 70 or Project 2020 card. So very cool. Yesterday, I also received 3 of my WWE living set cards. Um, what came was Shinsuke Nakamura with Akira Tozawa, Undertaker and Jeff Hardy, and then Jay and Jimmy Uso. So up to I have the first 14 cards in hand from WWE Living. My plan for now is to collect the first 20 and then make a decision. Am I going to keep buying them? What am I going to do? So I did make a local card shop run yesterday. I tweeted out some pictures of what I pulled. Um, so Brian and I were in the Brian was in the chat yesterday. He is on Twitter, Offbeat All Stars, and so he earlier this week said, "Hey, I've got to get some supplies. I'm going to go to the card shop." I'm like, "Cool. I haven't been in a couple weeks. What's up, Brian?" And there he is. His ears were burning. So Brian, I'm going to talk about our card shop meetup. So he said he needed some supplies. I'm like, hey, I haven't met in a couple weeks. I'll meet up with you. So we met up, hung out for a couple hours yesterday at the card shop. And we joked yesterday that he probably won't restock his dollar boxes for another 5 years. That was like Herman always gets on me for jinxing things. And I jinxed it in a good way because I said he won't restock his quarter boxes. Lo and behold, the first pile I pulled out, it was actually in his like $3 and $5 box with autos and relics, and I did pick up a couple cards out of those. And so I'm like, hey, I don't recognize this. I haven't seen these cards before. But I'll hang out as long as I can. Cranky kids in the morning. So went through and Brian was pulling some cards. He's like, "Do you need this Solaire?" And I've got my Cubs, so I'll show off my Cubs first. So he pulled out this Solaire, and I'm like, "Whoa!" It's museum collection. I'm a big fan of like the museum collection, Inception, those type because I don't buy those boxes. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, shoot, I think he really did restock. So I got this Chris Bryant, Baseball America tools or whatever, from 2017. I'm not a big Addison Russell fan, but I do like Topps Pro debut cards. An Ian Happ Elite Extra Edition. A refractor of Alex Lang. Then, so what I was really excited about, I'll show off some others. So, these National Chromes, I'm a big fan of these. I have these, but for a quarter, heck yeah. Carl Edwards Jr., like Shimmer, Rainbow Foil, Matt Caesar. What else? There's an Alex Lang, number to 999 from Elite Extra Edition. He was with Chicago there, but he was then traded. How about this? For a quarter, a purple refractor to 250. Out of the dollar box, image variation, which I'll get to in a moment, of Rhino for $1. Heck yeah. I'll pull Javi Baez rookies all day for $1. Yes. He had about a dozen first Bowman Chris Bryants. I only bought one, but he had like a dozen in there. And then Pierce Johnson, this is numbered to 25. I got it for $1. So those were my Cubs pulls. I also pulled this, and he had a stack of Topps Update 2017 that I thought these might be short prints. Then when I got to the Ian Happ, I know this is a short print, image variation. So I found some others, like an Andrew Benintendi rookie image variation for 25 cents. And then I mentioned he had a pile. He did have a pile. These are all image variations from the Brewers. Let's see. Arenado, Mookie, Derek Fisher, Mookie Betts. That's an image variation. Juan Moncadas. These sell for like $15, $20 for 20 cents. A couple of Sean Newcomb rookies. Jordan Montgomery. These are just the rookies. Lewis Brinson. Ozzie. Christian Arroyo. Hunter Renfroe. How about Corey? A couple Seagers. So Trey Mancini, Joey Votto. So just an awesome stack of 25-cent image variations. These were in the dollar box. McGuire and Ichiro. These are numbered to 175. That's a great looking green on green with the Oakland A's. Much like I'll pull Javi rookies all day long for $1, I'll pull Ronald Acuna cards all day long for $0.25. These are the Bowman trending. These are not a very popular insert, but they still sell for a few bucks. I got this. This was $7, but it's numbered to 10, and it's a rookie framed auto from Ginter of Ryan O'Hearn. And I thought for $7, just take a flyer on that. And this was the other card I pulled out of like the expensive box. This was a $3 Bryce Harper Topps Pro Debut. When I got home, I looked up, and these prices vary all over the place. One is sold recently for like 10 or 15 bucks, but then a few have sold for like 3 to 5. But figured, hey, why not? This was in there. Mitch Keller, Sporting News All-Star from Heritage Miners. And so I always look at the back just to see, is it numbered? And it's numbered to 25. So I don't know which variation this is. Well, it's not a variation, but it must be some type of parallel. Numbered to 25, Mitch Keller. So that was interesting. This is Yadier Alvarez. And that's numbered to 150. That was in the dollar box. I pulled a lot of Miguel Angel Sierras last week at the other card shop I was at. So I figured, hey, build an unintentional rainbow. This is like a gold shimmer numbered to 50. So for $1, how about Buster Posey numbered to 115 for $1? That's a good deal. I'll take Corey Seager rookies for $1. It's an insert, Spring Fever. This is a Joe Adell refractor from 2017, Bowman's Best Refractor. How about Tim Anderson? How about this, Zach? This is numbered 1 of 250. So they call that the eBay 1 of 1. Tim Anderson purple base or purple paper, numbered to 250. Ozzie Albies. Top prospects. Ozzie Albies is, and Herman would probably agree with me on this. Ozzie Albies is really underrated in the hobby because I think he's overshadowed by Acuna. And likewise in Washington, Victor Robles is highly undervalued. The Albies and Robles are really good. Like, they would be stars if it weren't for the guys overshadowing them, Soto and Acuna. This is Quentin Holmes, a first refractor of $3.99. I picked up a bunch of Quentin Holmes last week as well. Dan says, think of scanning and uploading Cubs cards you've either never seen or don't have. Asked you before and you didn't know about them. Yeah, definitely do that. This is a paper numbered to 50. Wilkerman Garcia. What's up, Diego? I'm always big on digging out Yankees prospects, just because they have, big hobby presence. Here's another paper to 250 from the Braves, Mike Soroka. If it's a first Bowman refractor, I'm all about pulling it for 25 cents. This is Mirandy Gonzalez from the Marlins, numbered to 250, all day long for 25 cents. A couple of Austin Beck serial numbers numbered to 99 and 150. So I just like finding these cards. Like I found this Gleyber Torres, and I'm like, I'll take a Gleyber Torres for 25 cents. I happened to look on the back, and it's numbered to 499. It's one of those silver parallel. So that's cool. Like I said, first Bowman Chrome refractors, Adam Hazley. A couple more Quentin Holmes. Oops. Let's see. George is a big Jack Flaherty fan. Here's a Bowman top prospects of Flaherty. What year is that? 2018. Anthony Alford. This is one of those refractor. I don't know what they call that. Number to 150. Cracked ice, maybe? I don't know. Miguel Cabrera sells really well on eBay. And that's a rainbow foil from 2016. Willie Adames, that's one of those holiday cards. This is numbered to 50. I found some Yuli Gurriel, and he's kind of underrated. So there were two golds and a rainbow foil rookie cards for 25 cents each. This is a gold Seager from, I think, 2016, 2017. This is an Archives short print, high number, Dave Parker. That's just a cool. I talked yesterday. I love 78 tops. I love the design, so that's a cool card. Travis Fryman, Sid Fernandez. Again, that's a short print, high number from Archives. What year? 2017 or 2012. Dylan Cease, Bowman top prospect. Here's Robles. Didn't find too many Victor Robles this time. Bobby Dalbec has been pretty hot this spring. That's the same one as the Bryant from 2017. Devers, same from 2017. I've been pulling Bobby Bradley's out like crazy. So hopefully he gets hot. That's Refractor from 2016. New Age Performers, Corey Seager from Heritage. Brian found a bunch of, he took 4, I took 4, and I think there's still 10 Rafael Devers Bowman rookie cards. It's like, hey, for a buck, 4 of them for a buck, why not? More Acuna. This is from 2017 Bowman's Best. Those are nice cards. Those are really sweet. And again, I don't buy Bowman's Best, so those are like new to me. Cal Mitchell, first Bowman refractor. Another first Chrome refractor, Mason House. I don't know much about those guys. There were a bunch of Elite Extra Edition. Most of them were, there was the Alex Lang. They weren't like big name players, but I did pick out a few. There's Marco Luciano from the Giants. That's just the base. The base are numbered to 999. This is another base, Luis Garcia. He's a young kid for the Nationals that had a pretty good rookie campaign last year. Here's a Royal Nicky Lopez. This is numbered to 200. Oh, how about this? How about Mike Trout for a quarter? I mean, you cannot go wrong with Mike Trout for 25 cents. I will pull them all day long. In fact, for 50 cents or a dollar, I'll probably pull Trouts. Seager, that beautiful 87 design. Oh, here's another Robles. This is purple paper. Purple paper. Love saying that. 250 is the serial number on those. And then we've got Dylan Cousins from the Phillies, and that's numbered to 50. Oh, and there was one more. Robert Poison, numbered to 100. So I numbered 18 of 100. This was for 25 cents. Robert Poison, numbered to 100. I put it in my eBay store for $20 because there's no others on eBay. There's no sold listings, so I don't know. Some of the so that's numbered to 100. I think one numbered to like 200 or 250, sold for like $10. So I'm like, I'll go 20 and maybe I'll get some offers. But for 25 cents, who knows? So a good investment there. So that was fun. So we had a great time at the card shop. Now that I know Jim's going to be restocking, I may go more often. So we'll see. So if you missed the Hobby Roundtable, Herman has it on his channel. Check that out. 3B Collections channel on YouTube. Great stuff. He'll be live tomorrow night with Hobby. Sorry, Herman, help me out here. Hobby Rips and Chat, 7 p.m. Central on his channel, 3B Collection. Today, I'm just going to do some more catching up. I've kind of had a slow weekend in sales, and it seems to ebb and flow, my eBay sales, which it's kind of nice that I've had kind of a slower weekend just to get me caught up with. The organization was key, and I think, I don't know if I talked about this during our live. We were like, we had the after party for like an hour and a half last night. I don't know if I mentioned it in there, but the organization thank you, Herman, for talking about that last Monday, because that really like fueled my motivation to get myself organized with my eBay store, because I had piles everywhere and it was taking me so long. So finally, when I got most of my stuff organized, and I think I'm just down to Personal Rips and Hobby Chat. Thank you. I spent a little bit of time yesterday afternoon organizing like my basketball. So my baseball, like now it's so much. Like I bet I spent half the time searching for cards. And I should know this because I sold on Sport Lots for 2 years. And that's the biggest key to selling on Sport Lots is you have to be uber organized. And it did get me in trouble a few times because I would, take a play off and that would come back to bite me searching for cards that weren't organized to a T. So I bet I spent half the time looking for cards, was way more efficient with, not having piles. Oh shoot, which day did I list, going through the piles. So, and I did figure out, and I talked about, my baseball I don't have much vintage. So I just have a decade for the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. But then when I get into the 80s, and initially I didn't have tabs for like individual years because I wasn't, a year ago, 80s and 90s cards were not selling. Now they are. So I've listed a bunch more cards from the 80s and 90s. So I needed individual year tabs. So starting in the 80s, that's when I have tabs for 80, 81, 82. And, I have much smaller piles to go through. Like, I sold an 81 Topps Jim Palmer. Boom. There it is. Super quick. I'm not spending 3 minutes digging through different various piles. So all the way up until, 2018 is the first year that I start divvying it up into sets, because up until then, 2013, it looks like I've got like half a row of 13. So I might do like tops, and there may be a couple insert sets that I've got a bunch. So I may just make a tab for one of those that has, a bulk of the cards. So I'm not searching through a half a row. So 18 is the first year that I start breaking it out into sets, tops, Bowman, pretty much what I buy, like blasters and in hobby boxes. And then basketball, I've got 2 rows dedicated to basketball, but kind of like what Herman and I were talking about on Monday was, there's not enough for like years, and really decades in some cases. So how am I going to break out my basketball? Because I have about 2 rows of basketball that are not. I've got a monster box filled almost. I've sold a ton, so it's not filled anymore, of the NBA Hoops Silver Pulsar because I bought a bunch of those sets. So I have a box up here that's dedicated to the NBA Hoops Silver Pulsars. But then, like, if I bought a blaster of Mosaic, or if I have, I listed some 2016-17 Prism for a variation listing. So those, it's like, well, how do I break these out? So basketball, I decided to go 70s and 80s because I have a handful of singles from various years in the 70s and 80s. And then I've got a row for the 90s because I do have a lot of like 90s inserts and various, I listed a bunch of Bulls last year during the Last Dance. So those are still up. And then I think the 2000s will have a decade tap, and then current stuff will have whatever I have in variation listings. Like I have a 2016-17 Prism lot. I have a 2018-19 Prism lot. So those will go in those tabs. So just kind of, and like we were talking about, like everybody's different. Like our listings are different, and what our plans are. Like my plan for these cards, they're just going to sit in an eBay store, and I'm not going to, I won't take these to the card show. I won't sell them on other platforms. I likely won't send them to auction. I do like the idea of separating your auction, and if you have a store and auction listings separate. Because I've kind of thrown everything in. Even if I do a 7-day auction, I'll throw it with my other stuff, and it does throw me off. And it's easier because I don't run a lot of auctions, so I can just have I can have a pile of auction listings. So I will have all that finished. My football row, I think I just have 1 row of football, like current stuff. I do have some like vintage football from the 70s that are in variation listings, but those are manageable. And then I have a non-sport or other sports, soccer, golf, wrestling. Although I've listed a bunch of like heritage, so I'm going to have to get those in a box. I was disappointed. My card shop did not have any 4 or 5 row boxes, and he hasn't for a while. I should have asked if he was getting any in, but I did buy some penny sleeves. Bought 1,000 penny sleeves. That's what I went in for. I'm going to buy, 1,000 or 2,000 penny sleeves, call it a day. And then I walk out with a pile of 100 cards. So that's the way it rolls sometimes when you go to the card shop. It's kind of like going to Costco. You go in for, you don't go to Costco for one item. You come out with a cart full and you've spent $200. That's just the way Costco works. So that's what I had for today. A good hobby weekend. I think so I ordered 3 mega boxes from 2021 Series 1. They went on sale this week on Target. I picked up 3 of those. I'm going to hold those until opening day. I took April 1st off for opening day, and it's going to be an opening day for me. I've got 4 factory sets from last year that I'm going to bust open for the variations in the key rookies, and then pull the Cubs, obviously. So I'm going to rip those open. I've got a couple 2016 blasters that I'll open. I may rip open one of my Heritage high number mega boxes from 2019. I thought about he had a 2020 Bowman Draft hobby box the last time I was in a few weeks ago. And I thought about smacking some money down for that, but it was sold. it wasn't there, so I didn't have to worry about splurging on that. So I'll have the mega boxes coming, I think, today, and I did get 3 Heritage blasters from Target, and those are expected to be delivered Tuesday. So, and I'm gonna rip those. Like, I'll go live at 4:30 right after work and rip those Heritage blasters because I'm jonesing for that 72 Topps design on Heritage. So that's what I had for today. Have a great Sunday and enjoy some more college hoops. If you get an orange set, let me know. You mean the orange? Are you talking factory set, the orange box, or the orange parallel? Because I do have an orange factory set. I've got 2 greens. I opened one and pulled the Gold Star parallels, and then I left the 2 others unopened. And then I've got a purple. I've got a purple set, and I've got an orange set. And the orange set has the relic, the relic or auto. And I really didn't have any plans on buying the orange one. But it was there, and it was like FOMO because it was like at the height of the factory sets, and there was nothing else on the shelf, so I didn't want to leave empty-handed. I wanted some cards, and I'm like, hey, why not? So that's what I picked up. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the chat. Thank you, Herman, for last night hosting the roundtable. If you didn't catch it, check it out on his channel, 3B Collection. Diego asks, tell me when you list the trout. Probably this week. I think I'm going to list a lot of this stuff this week. Dan, search on TCDB for the 2008 Chicago Tribune, Cubs, and White Sox. Okay, I will look that up. The whole set is orange. Okay, so it's one of the parallels. So I think those come in the parallel sets are in the green boxes. I think 1 in every 3 of the green boxes has 1 in every 3 sets is a complete set parallel. So I bought 3 of these from Blowout. The first set I opened was the Gold Star parallel, so the odds are against me, but you never know. Maybe I'll pull one of the variations. So I think how many variation sets are there? 4, 3? So, okay. So there's the Gold Star, and there's the 299, and there's the 99, and then there's a 1 of 1 set, but the 1 of 1 set is like a redemption. So, so if you pull the 1 of 1 set, it's like a redemption card with a base set, I think. So yeah, so maybe I'll open one of those parallel sets. Maybe I'll get lucky and beat the odds on those green sets. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great Sunday. I'm going to be watching some college hoops. It's super nice, so it's hard to like stay inside and sort cards and watch basketball. But I was out and about, did some stuff yesterday, so I don't feel as guilty. Gold, blue, orange, and 1. Okay, cool. So have a great Sunday, and we'll chat tomorrow.